Whoa. It's the illusion reporting from somewhere on spaceship Earth, Southern Sierras, somewhere off of the Kern River, mountain biking. I got my medieval torture device out. I'm making my way up the Whiskey Flats Trail. So I was tripping on this, so I stopped at a spot last time where if you had watched the last video up here, and I made a video, hung out. And my theory is sometimes you just got to know when to stop, right? Especially if you're on, like, this trail is like 14 miles long to the end. And there's some, I don't know what's here, right? The new guy. So I always kind of stop at a certain spot. And the way my thinking is if I push myself too hard, I might go through like a cool spot that I'm supposed to go through the next time. So I got literally past the rocks. I stopped at the last time, and then I just got into the smoothest, nicest single track, just buttery, just cruising through this little forest glade. And then I saw a turn off, but I saw the bike tracks coming up here, and I think I tapped into some like loop back around the thing, and I started heading back down the river towards home, right? And I was like, I don't know. And so I came back to this big old rock to sit on, and I was like debating whether to go back to the turnoff and keep going up the river or explore the loop, because I'm not that much further. I'm probably like a half mile from the rock, but I'm starting to feel my get my gusto back, get my mojo, reestablish my mountain bike mojo. And then I was sitting here and I was like, no, like, enjoy the next part is the reward, right? Like the mystery, because like, look at this spot. I mean, let's take a look at where I am now. I'm like, that thing's way bigger than it looks. I said that every time. You just really can't tell because there's so much depth. It goes way up there. Like, I almost want to just climb up this and just get up there, dude, just because it's there, right? Why do you climb a mountain? Just because it's there. And then that way's up the Kern River, and this is Stormy Canyon up in there, and this is just like radness, and this is where that trail goes around, and I think I saw where it joins back in, like a couple miles back. So we'll go check it out. It's a super rad day, dude. Just bunch of clouds came through, cooled it way down. It's sprinkled. It's a super, super nice afternoon to go for a ride. So I'm feeling the Thrive vibe. It's just interesting how just some minor league adjustments in your diet will make you feel totally better. Like, I'm cleaning it up. I've been eating more vegetables. I've been making sure I don't eat anything after a certain like hour. Like, that's usually one of my like big whammies, is I like to have like a snack late at night, and that's just that's always like bad for you. Like, it just burns you out, man. You're digesting while you're sleeping. So I'm working on that vibe, and I've been kind of getting back on my, taking my vitamins and stuff again. I'd fully slacked off on that for a while, so I wasn't taking any of my vitamins. And then me and my wife like had a big talk about like our next plan for remodeling the dream up on the Talons Out, and what we're gonna do next. We've been working in the garden. transplanted a bunch of stuff, and we're just like, you know, kind of getting into the groove finally, dude. Like, for real, it's I will tell you, man, like, it's quite an undertaking, the big, like, moving. I get why people just get stuck in one spot their whole life, man. It does take a bit to adjust. Like, just right when you think you've adjusted, it's like you realize you haven't adjusted as much as you've adjusted. So, you know, like, I remember when I told my wife, I was like, you got to give yourself at least one rotation around the sun to just adjust. And then, you know, you realize, so we're almost 6 months into that 1 year around the sun. And you realize that, you know, might take a decade to fully get settled on the whole thing. And that's okay. It's cool. Just not buying into the hustle, man. They are trying to hustle up some like dark energy. Dude, there's nobody out here, man. Look at that. I live in the mountains, man. I was sort of tripping on the fact of how little I've accessed the mountains since I've been up here, but it was like, now it's time, right? Now it's the time. And that's what I've, you know, the hardest part about it all is the patience, right? You know, that weird thing of you're only here but for a short time, but it seems like if you move too quick, you just waste all your time, right? Haste makes waste. So I've just been trying to like slow it all down and just like let it fully like happen as it's supposed to, which seems to be like it's finally beginning to pay off. You know, it still was like that thing. Like today, I just didn't feel like I accomplished as much as I wanted to, and yet, you know, it's incremental, right? Like I sat today for like an hour and a half and just like started doing my art again. And it's that weird vibe of like, you're just sitting there doing your art and it's like, it's just a weird vibe, dude. I'm trying to get back into the art vibe. I really have noticed that whole trip that like, it's super important to have that component going as the creative outlet, you know, not just physical space and not just out turning shovels and working and doing all that, but actually like sitting and just, you know, making creative endeavor with, you know, some sort of implements, you know, that are creative, that really just are about meditate. That's for me, I realized like that's my meditative process. And I really have not been doing that much, man. So I'm trying to slow it all down. And just sort of get into the groove, dude. The sweet spot, fall weather, dude. I love fall, man. I love fall, dude. A mountain's big. That's a big mountain right there, dude. And it's kind of like a nothing burger around here. Like that's what's trippy. The elevation on this just goes to like, I think we're at like, it's like 5,000 feet of elevation. That's probably not, it probably goes, I don't know. I should find out the elevation on the topo map, but I just got a lot of gratitude today. I've been trying to just fully remember to be in gratitude, just grateful and be loving to self, right? Thrive, plant the seeds in yourself too, as much as plant them in the soil, like all that kind of good stuff, and just get simple again. Turn the wheels, dude, right? I'm gonna say it again, man. One of the best investments I made in a long time was that mountain bike, man. A lot of gnats all of a sudden, dude. Fully getting invaded here, but that's okay. They don't bother you unless you let them I really do think the next mission's just to go right up that thing, dude. That's the one thing is even though we're like in the hills, it still takes a while to get up to some of these spots. Like that's right there. You get into all sorts of trouble up in there. You can find as much outdoorsy trouble as you want right there. Like right there. Trust me, that last band of trees, like right there, dude. No one will know you're there. You can get as lost and survival guy as you need to be right there. Right there, dude. Just right there. It's the mountains are so hectic, dude. I love them. I'm really just starting to appreciate where we live, man. Look at that. Look at that. Postcard. Look at that postcard. Holy smokes. All right, smash the like button, t-shirts, links down below. So if you want to support, contribute to the dream, dude, super grateful, dude. And, all of it's down below. But the most important thing you can do is use the name tag and be kind to each other. All right, it's The Illusion signing off.